So what's been the reaction in Asia? Are they outraged or are they taking it in their stride?
I know we've had quite a strong reaction out here, Francine, I must say, both on the markets and on the official policy response. The markets, we saw a big tumble in share prices for aluminium and steel makers, especially in Japan and South Korea. Then, of course, we have plenty of governments pushing back. We had Australia, a key US ally, calling it disappointing. We had South Korea saying they want clarification. And we had Japan reminding the US that they are not, they are an ally and that they are not a threat to the US national security. The big one, of course, is China. And we had the foreign ministry about an hour ago making some remarks, a little bit muted or subdued, I think, compared to what we expected. But they call on the US to play by global rules. I think that's really just a holding statement until we get something of a more substantial response from China. And as you know, Francine, don't forget Liu He is in Washington, a top Chinese economic advisor. So let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, so Enda, actually, what can retaliation look like? Do you think that they will retaliate? And again, depending on how these discussions go in Washington, what industry would be hurt in the States if China were to say, well, look, we're going to do the same, or actually we close down a certain market to American companies?
That's right. I mean, Francine, it could get ugly if China wanted to go down that route. There's a feeling that perhaps at the moment they're happy to play for time. We've got Liu He in Washington. There's an expectation something will come out of those meetings. He's been sent there to diffuse tensions. We don't quite know yet what he's put on the table in terms of concessionary offers. But if the US accept or reject that, then the ball will go back into China's court to see how do they respond. And then, as you say, they could go down the route of targeting US imports. And don't forget, they are already looking at agriculture imports from the US, sorghum and US soybean. China is the biggest buyer of US soybean. Those are products that they could hit in a hurry. Of course, if it escalated beyond that, China could target all kinds of Chinese orders for US goods, from aircraft to iPhones, and they could target Chinese investment in the US. So there's a feeling that we've had a big step forward in the trade rhetoric, an aggressive step up in the trade tensions between the US and China, but it's a kind of wait and see, a little bit of a fake dance going on between the two at the moment to see who takes the next move. And I think that's why all eyes will be on what comes out of these meetings with Liu He when they finish in Washington today.